Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, you guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make the Poolin EOC, or I'm going to use the Poolin EOC07 to go ahead and make these bag tags here. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my watch to make sure I'm in frame. But I'm going to be making these bag tags here with my Poolin EOC07. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. This one kind of, to me, has a white casting around it where this one does not. This is the one I made for my reel, and then this is the one we're going to be making in today's video. And I did do a little bit of something different. So for this one, I used two pieces of cutaway, or I'm sorry, two pieces of tearaway stabilizer. And for this one, I used one piece of black cutaway stabilizer. And to me, this one does have a way better look to it. There's no white outline. So we're going to be making this one in today's video. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but now that I have them side by side, I do love the look of the black cutaway stabilizer. Now I will be looking, like doing some research to see if I can find some black tearaway stabilizer, because that would be even better. I'm not sure if they make it. I've never even looked or tried to check. So that's something I would definitely be looking out for. But for today's video, everything will be linked down in the description box. We'll be using some black tearaway, and we're going to be, black cutaway. We're going to be using black cutaway stabilizer and our Poolin EOC07 to complete this. Now, before I jump into the video, one of the biggest questions that I get asked is about the hoops. Can you use any of the magnetic hoops that we had with the 06? Because I do also have the 06 as well, and I did order a couple of those magnetic hoops to go along with the 06. Unfortunately, the 07 does have a different bracket system, so any of the magnetic hoops that you purchase with your 06 will not fit. The frames or the hoops that you got with your 06 will not fit on the 07. And as of right now, I did personally ask some engineers that I work with. I asked them if there were any magnetic hoops that are compatible with the 07, and they said as of right now there are not. So if they do find any or come across any that are magnetic that do work with the 07, they will let me know, or maybe they will come out with a hoop themselves that's magnetic that will work with the 06 and 07, so that we don't have to buy the off-brand ones, which the off-brands don't bother me, but it still would just be nice to be able to purchase them from the company. So wink, wink, rich word. We want some magnetic hoops. But yeah, so as of right now, the only hoops that you can use with the 07 are the hoops that came with the 07, which is what I'm going to be using in today's video. I'm going to be using the 5x5. All right, but all of my supplies will be linked down in the description box for you guys, like I said. And let's go ahead and get into this project. All right, you guys, let's quickly go over the materials. So I am using the hoop that comes with the Poolin EOC07. This is the 5x5, or the 140 by 1, excuse me, 140 by 140. And then I'm using some black cutaway. Now, normally I do use tearaway. I don't have any black tearaway. However, I did do one of these, and you can still see a little bit of the cutaway around here. The tearaway. I use white tearaway for this one, and you can still see it a little bit around the edges there, even though I did take my lighter and go around it. You can still see it a little bit. So I want to know if this black cutaway will give me an even cleaner look. So we're going to try it out. We're going to try it out. If it doesn't work, then I know it doesn't work, and I'll just go ahead and purchase some black tearaway. But we're going to go ahead and give it a try today, just because I want to see. But I do have it already hooped. I have one piece of the black cutaway stabilizer. It's the HBI brand. I will make sure it's linked down below. Everything will be linked in my description box. For the felt, I'm going to be using some of this stiff felt. It's going to give the bag tag a little bit of a stiffer feel. So, this is going on a bag, obviously. I'm going to put one on his baseball bag, and I'm going to put one on my bag. And so I'm going to use some felt for the backing, and then for the actual design. So if you look at the kind of texture here, hopefully you guys can see it. If you see the kind of texture here on the actual bag tag, that's this right here. I wanted to give it some texture. I just think it looks nice. This is some I think it's either marine vinyl or faux leather. And I'm pretty sure I got this from Hobby Lobby, but I'll try to find it on Amazon and link it down. This came from Amazon as well. And then I'm using black and gold thread from Richword. The numbers are 402 for the black, and then the gold is 1050. Okay. Those are his team colors, black and gold. So whatever team colors you have, those are the colors that you would obviously use for the outside and for the names. Now, I added his name for the team he plays for. He is number 50, and I added his last name and the number 50 in Embrilliance. Okay. Embrilliance, you can do that in Essentials or any of the Stitch Artists, because the font that I use comes with Essentials. So you can definitely use Essentials to add the name to the bag tag if you only have Essentials, or you can use any of the Stitch Artists, 1, 2, or 3 to do that as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my thread loaded onto the machine, and then we'll get our hoop on there as well, and we will start hooping. Okay, so the placement stitch is done, which lets us know where to place our material. I'm gonna do the felt and the faux leather together at the same time. I'm just gonna put the faux leather on top and the felt on the bottom, and I'm going to slide both of these underneath my presser foot. Now the material is a little bit big, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna put the presser foot down, and then it's gonna go ahead and do our tack down stitch. All right, so now we need to go ahead and trim our material. The way that I kind of like to do it is I will trim the top layer first. I don't know if these scissors are gonna work. I don't think so. I'm gonna use my applique scissors. And you wanna get as close to the thread as you possibly can. And I'm just kind of cutting through here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this trimmed up. I do have to change the color of my thread to the gold, and it's gonna do the accents of the shirt, and then I will come right back. All right, so I have my gold thread loaded on here. This is the final result after all of the trimming. Again, you wanna make sure you get nice and close in there. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back on the machine. And then it's gonna go ahead and do all of the accents for the jersey. So like these parts here, this, here, here, and here. All right, you guys, so we are all finished. Now, remember, I did use cutaway, so it's not going to pop out the same way it would. I'm sorry, I did not use tearaway. I think I said tearaway. So it's not going to pop out the same way it would if I did. Okay. So I do see that there are a lot of perforator holes, which is good. It should make it easy for us to go ahead and trim it. So I'm using these little frisk guards. I'm not actually sure what these are, but they're very sharp, very good. I love these. And I'm just going to cut as close as I can without actually cutting the thread. Don't cut the thread. I'm trying to cut kind of, let me see if I can get closer so you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see the perforated lines right here on the outside of the thread. That is right where I'm gonna try to cut without cutting the thread. And then I am still going to burn it as well. You guys, already I can tell that this looks 10 times better. I don't even know if they make black tearaway. I'm gonna have to check it out and do some research. But yeah, that other stuff was just leaving too much of a white outline for me. I can't say that's my favorite tearaway. Also, with this black color and me having the black front, this is also going to give it that black background as well back here. Okay, so it makes it look cleaner. I got this file from Blue Gem Embroidery. Again, everything will be linked down below. She's on Etsy. If I don't make my files myself, she is definitely somebody that I purchase from. I don't know how to make everything, so I don't know how to make bag tags. It does look pretty easy. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But there are a few people that I purchase from if I do not feel like making my designs myself. Blue Gem Embroidery is definitely somebody I purchase from if I don't feel like making something myself, or I don't know how, one or the other. Because you guys, I have not even been digitizing for a full year. Now I have been embroidering, but I only recently, I would say, so it's April 2026 right now. I would say I got into digitizing in like October, November of 2026. I'm a little scared. I'm scared I'm gonna cut the thread right here on this part, so I'm trying to be really careful. Okay, I'm not gonna be too picky about the little armpit parts. I'm gonna try to see if I can burn that off. We have a couple little frays here. So let's take, oh, and I forgot this part, the hole. We gotta get the hole out. Again, you wanna try not to cut, and I'm not even sure I'm in frame. Sorry if I'm not, but there we go. Oh, that looks, even before I burn the edges. Can you guys see the difference? You see this little white cast going around? Ooh, that looks good. All right, let's see if I can burn off the rest of the little frays. And this is just me being picky, honestly. The small frays, they blend in so good. This is just me being super picky. But oh yeah, it is coming off in the little armpit part. So if you can't get in there with your scissors, then go ahead and burn it off. Just be careful not to burn your thread. But this looks good. Oh, and the back part looks good too. What? Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me finish this. Okay. That looks good. I have a jump stitch in between the 5 and the 0. I'll cut that later. But this is the final result. This is the backing. My backing looks really neat too. The way to get around seeing the white bobbin is you would use just black bobbin. If you want to add in black bobbin so that this will be even cleaner, you definitely can. This is for me and my son, so I really wasn't being a stickler. I'll probably let him have this black one on his bag. Honestly, this one does look okay. However, I love this one better. And so I may just remake this one. I was gonna have for mine and this one be for his, but that looks so clean. I might just make another one. Because you can, like I said, you can see the white casting on it right here going on the outline. But that is all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hype, all that good stuff. Until next time, bye guys.